About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter, here's another good example.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Prescott now from the 50. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3,
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run it with Elliott, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. The Eagles hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Come on.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits.
Here we go.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing is Hurts. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
19 right.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And some space here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
We go 47, 26, 26.
Now Prescott. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Now, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Hey, kill.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw hauled in by Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going for it with the option right, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. First throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
In a draft day stunner, A.J. Brown was shipped from Tennessee to Philadelphia. He'd appeared to be the long-awaited answer for Tennessee at receiver, and now he can be that same long-awaited answer in Philadelphia. 2,000-yard seasons and 24 touchdowns in his first 3 years in the league. He gives Philly the type of wide receiver one the team hasn't had in almost a decade.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps it.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 41 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Prescott looks to throw on first. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
It's been quite the impressive career resurgence for Hassan Reddick. Focusing now more on rushing the passer, the linebacker has 23.5 sacks in his last 2 seasons.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Maher is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 27, Hurts. He's got Smith here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Take back. Check smash. Check smash. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready up. Check, 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 check. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Okay, break.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they flip it it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop. Elliott saw the fewest carries of his career in 2021, but that didn't stop him from still going across 1,000 yards for the 4th time and finishing top 10 in the league in both yards and touchdowns. Another productive season from one of the league's best backs.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
26. Kill.
Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check that.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Derek Barnett able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. The kick by Marr is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep it.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway part.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse, Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Prescott from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Sneak, it's Prescott. That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Now Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Into the hands of Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught at the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Flush to his right. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit...